Hi everyone. So I wanted to do this video live, and yesterday I did release a video explaining this shield or PCB, Arduino gadget, whatever you want to call it. And in this video, I want to give the specification for this Arduino and what's connected to it to ChatGPT, just to see if it can use it and it can come up with some code that will work with this. I have a few scenarios. I'll start with the simple ones and then kind of go from there. So let's start with a simple one here. And I'm going to ask the Chat GPT to give me kind of a code to blink an LED. Let's do that. So this is the Chat GPT. I've been testing out some scenarios here, but let me ask it and say, hey, you have an Arduino with 3 LEDs connected to pin 2, 3, and 4. Give me a code with fun blinking pattern. And we're gonna try that. Since this one is easy enough, I'm guessing the code will work, no problem. And I'm not gonna try to like modify the code or anything. I'm just trying to see if ChatGPT can actually use it. So let's copy this code. And then this is the Arduino IDE. It's gonna be exactly copy and paste. And let's see if it works. Okay, so fair enough. This one is easy. It works. As you can see, the LEDs are blinking. Let's make it a little bit more complex. So now I'm going to add the buttons. And for this next scenario, let me bring that over here. So now I'm saying you have an Arduino, 3 LEDs connected to pin 2, 3, and 4, and 3 buttons connected to pin 8, 9, and 10. Give me a code that turn on each LED when a button is pressed. Let me see if that's going to work. Okay, so it gave us a code. I'm going to copy that again, and let's go to the IDE, and I'm just going to do copy and paste. Let's run this. So let's see if this is going to work. So the first thing I notice here that all LEDs are on already. I think that is not what we asked for. But let's press the buttons and see what happens. Okay, so it did the opposite. Okay, so it gave me a code that it turned off the LED when the button is pressed. And what I asked for is to turn on the LED. However, I think that's still pretty good. So, okay, well, let's move on to the next scenario here. And in this scenario, I am going to say you have Arduino with 3 LEDs connected to pin, same thing, buttons, and OLED connected. So now I'm adding the OLED screen, and I'm telling it which pins the OLED is connected to. Give me a game that I can play and write the code for me. Let's see if it's going to come up with anything that is useful. By the way, in the video yesterday, I left a link to an article, which I will leave also in the description on this live stream, that actually I have a good example code that's working, tested and everything. So this is more of a trial here. So I'm not sure if everything is going to work, but what I provided yesterday in the video, that should work better. So I see here that I need to adjust the screen size. Other than that, I think we're good. But let me try that, and let's run it first. So supposedly it gave me a game, and let's see if that is any good. Okay, So I see the LEDs are blinking, but they're very fast. I think there's no enough delay, and I'm supposed to press the button corresponding to the LED. I don't think that's a good code. Let's give it a few more information. Let's say, by the way, my OLED is 128 by 32, and can you update the code with that and add more delay after each LED blink? Let's see if that's gonna do it better. Okay, so it gave me a new code. Let's see if this is gonna work. Once again, I have some sample code that actually I've written and it's tested and it's working. That is provided in the link in the description. So I will leave that. But in this one, I'm just like doing it live and I'm just testing to see if Chat GPT any useful, giving the requirement of um, this gadget, and see if it can come up with anything that can be useful. Okay, so now I see that the text on the screen is fixed. That is better. I still see that the LEDs are, see, it's asking me to press a button. And then when I press it, it says, okay, my time. Huh. I still don't see the LEDs blinking well. Let me just tell it. I don't see the LEDs blinking. Can you adjust the code and add that? Okay, I'm just adding the blinking part. Okay, I think, huh. Let me see if it fixed that. Let me copy this. I think it's still generating. Yeah, let it finish and then I will copy. That's a lot of code. Let me copy that. And if you want a nice game, there is a game that I left that is fully working and functional. It'll be in the link in the description. But let's see if this one works. Okay. Now we are, okay, so we get 3 blinks indicating the game. Oh, okay. So now, okay, if we press the button, you get the idea. I think like when the game starts, the LEDs are blinking, and then it just registers my time with whatever this is, but I'm not getting this game. Anyway, let's give it a new scenario and kind of see if this is any better. So I'm gonna go to this next scenario that I've written. And in this scenario, I want to use the light sensor, I mean distance sensor, connected to an Arduino, and then I'm telling it which pins I have my distance sensor, and then I'm asking it to use the OLED to read the distance and show the distance on the screen. Let's see if that is going to work. While that's generating, okay, so now we have a code. Let me copy that and let's take a look here. Okay, so now we're supposing that we're reading the distance and then displaying that on the screen. I see the text that is really small. Let me see if it can fix that. What if I tell it, I think is this, yeah, the screen size. You see if I do 32 because my screen is smaller. I think that should do it. Also the text size, I think I can make it 2. So I'm gonna make this adjustment myself. Let's see if that's any better. So I'm re-uploading the code now, and let's see if this is any better. Oh, that is very big. Okay, maybe I should take this down again to 1 and maybe try that. Yeah, so that's much better now. And you can see that is displaying the distance on the OLED. I'm surprised. This was easy. Let me tell it that there is a light sensor and if it can use it to blink an LED or something. Let's see. You have an Arduino with a light sensor connected to pin A0. Okay, with LED connected to pin 2. Give me a code that turns on the LED based on the light sensor and display the light sensor reading value on an OLED screen connected to pin A4 and 5. Well, A5. Let's see if that's going to work. Okay, so I think we have our code here. Let me copy that. And let's see if it works. Okay, so now I have the red LED on. It is also displaying, oh, it's still displaying. Okay, let me cover the light sensor and see. It's changing the value, but the LED is not turning off. Huh. Let's see. Update the code to turn off the LED when there is no light on the light sensor. Let's see if that's going to work. So I want it to turn off the LED if the light sensor is not. Let's take a look here. I'm going to copy that. Now you get the idea. So I just wanted to kind of test out to see what ChatGPT capable of doing. I think it is not terrible, but whatever code you get from ChatGPT, you still want to modify yourself, or at least test out thoroughly. Okay, now it's working. See, now when I'm covering the distance sensor, or sorry, I mean the light sensor. Now when I'm covering that, it is turning off the red LED. So yeah, I mean, overall, this is great, honestly. Like, it's giving me code that I'm just copying and pasting, putting that onto the Arduino and running it. You might need to make a small adjustments here and there, test the code and everything. I don't think the code will be completely working 100%, but this is a great start. Like, it's better than I thought by a lot. And I'm just using the free version of ChatGPT. This is not even like a paid version or anything. This is the free version, the 3.5 or something. So all in all, I'm happy with it. I'm assuming you probably, some of you guys watch this later, but I wanted to do it live anyway. So I'll leave it on. If you're interested in more of those, I can do some more in the future. But I wanted to do this one live just to kind of test out, so you guys can see this live with all the mistakes, all the problems that comes with it. But yeah, I'll leave it there. I think this is it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.